really excited for you to hear from Joel and hear his story about how he converted from quarterback to linebacker his senior year and then was part of an upset over Oklahoma in Norman and played offense and defense throughout the course of this last year of eligibility, also played in the East-West Shrine game, and is now getting ready for his pro day that comes up next week. So Joel Lanning, All-America from Iowa State. It's great to be able to talk to him, and he joins us now here in After Hours with Amy Lawrence on CBS Sports Radio. Joel, it's gone from football for fun, so to speak, but football as part of your education, to now football as a job. How are you liking this process post-college?
I mean, it's crazy to think about, that I have an opportunity like this, like growing up, like, that's all you dream about is getting a chance, to play in the NFL and doing all that stuff. And, it's kind of just crazy to me that I possibly have a chance, to make that reality for me. So, I mean, it's awesome. And, it's kind of different, coming back here, coming back to school and, not going to school, like just doing football, so it's good though. I like it.
So what's harder, 2-a-days when you're maybe getting ready for the season or training 6 days a week?
Yeah, I would say like 2-a-days is definitely harder than anything else because it's like so physically exhausting. When you're like working out, 6 days a week, like you're not just like, because I was working out from like 8 to 4. I get there at 8 in the morning. I'd work out. I'd be there till like 4 in the afternoon, pretty much, and just I'm doing a bunch of different things. Moving on. Like with football, it's just like meetings all day and practicing. The physicality of the game and all that stuff. So it definitely takes a toll on your body more than I think just training wise.
How much are you looking forward to having an opportunity to show scouts and show teams what you can do?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for the process and, just to, kind of get that part of it over with, some of the guys I was training with, they already had their pro day and they're just like, training football-wise now instead of just training for a pro day. So it's just kind of ready to do that and, see how I perform and, just kind of move forward and get the process going.
How disappointed were you that you weren't able to participate in the combine?
Oh yeah, I was pretty frustrated when I didn't get in right, because I was like kind of on like the edge, possibly it's gonna happen, possibly didn't know, and who knows? I guess there's a committee or something that votes, so they have their reasons for it, but I mean it is what it is, I remember like finding out about it and. Just the person that I was talking to just said using it as motivation, so just kind of, I didn't really even watch the combine because I didn't want to, it was kind of making me mad a little bit just watching guys perform, so it's just whatever, but, I'm just excited for the opportunity at the Pro Day too.
We're spending some time with Joel Lanning, who's done with Iowa State in college football and looking ahead to the NFL. Went from quarterback to linebacker to playing both sides of the football over this past season and turned out as an All-American. It's After Hours with Amy Lawrence here on CBS Sports Radio. So why the position switches? Why from quarterback to linebacker and then playing both sides of the ball?
Well, my junior year, I started out at quarterback. I was kind of doing that for, I started like, I think 9 out of 12 games that year. And, towards the end of the year, I just kind of slowly started losing my, my starting spot. Kind of splitting time with the guy. And then at the end of the year, Coach Campbell called me in the office. We talked about it. We were just going to figure out roles, for me to, help on the offensive side and, we go about it. And then about, say like 2 weeks before spring ball started, he just called me in the office and said, "Hey, we want to try you out at Mike linebacker, and there's a position there." And I just was like, "Sure, why not?" And it's like doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, we'll just move you back and we'll find a role for you. And, never looked back ever since that first practice of spring ball. So
I mean, there are a lot of guys that would see that as maybe a little bit too daunting or maybe not something they wanted to do. How long do you feel like it took you to get acclimated to a brand new position on the other side of the ball, for heaven's sakes?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, it was kind of just one of those deals. Like, I hadn't played defense like since middle school, so it's just kind of like I was so anxious, to see like how well I would be at like with tackling and stuff like that, and so I was just so anxious to get out there with the spring ball and all that stuff, and it just I felt very confident when the spring was over. After the spring end, I was like, okay, I got like the hang of this pretty good. I just gonna keep going, and it felt good all fall camp and stuff, and I think it really kind of settled in with me, that I was playing with confidence and having success. After our third game of the season, when we played 3 games and then we had a bye week, and it's pretty much then, that bye week kind of figured out, things kind of like slowed down for me and relaxed a little bit, and I just, started playing ball. So,
what is it like to be the guy who's sacking a QB and chasing a QB as opposed to the guy who's running from the guys who are sacking QBs?
It's definitely a lot more fun. I'm enjoying, getting down in there and, with the offensive line and the physicality, getting down in the trenches, as people would say. But, it's a lot more fun being what I am than standing there in the pocket and people want to crush it all the time. So I definitely enjoy that part.
For sure. So why both sides of the ball then?
I just kind of had a lot of success when I was playing quarterback at one of the ball. Coach felt confident with it. And, honestly, in the spring, it's kind of just he wanted me to just figure out the defense and be confident with the defense. During spring ball, I didn't do it much offense. They maybe let me run like 5 plays total in the spring. Try to just see if I still had it, and keep it there, and then. Kind of went away from it a little bit at the beginning of the season, and that Oklahoma game was when the first time we did it, and some things happened there with the quarterback situation, and he just kind of asked me to come over and help out, and during the game and just run a few plays here and there, and that's pretty much it. We just kept doing it from there. But I mean, that was kind of the whole plan the whole time. When he asked me to switch, he said we're still going to keep. A role for you on the offense. We think it's valuable for certain situations. So I was, that was always just the plan. We just didn't know when it was gonna hit. And it was kind of just that right moment. The offense kind of needed help, and I was comfortable enough with the defense that I could come over and start to do both things at the same time.
How much do you feel like playing multiple positions, even playing on both sides of the ball, improved your knowledge of the game and your understanding of maybe what you might see when you're out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely being a quarterback aspect of it helped me a lot. Just you have to know everyone's position on the field and what they're doing at every single moment. And when I moved to the defensive side, I moved to the quarterback position of the defense with the Mike linebacker, and I just had to, get people set up, set in front and things like that. And, I had to know what everyone was doing on the defense as well. So I just had to, use the knowledge that I had from quarterback and things like that and just bring it over to the defense. And, you definitely notice things a little bit easier too, because as a quarterback, you're like zoned in on like safeties and coverages and stuff like that. Like as a linebacker, you're kind of just looking at your own line, trying to get run pass reads and stuff like that. So it definitely, carries over both sides of the ball with me, and it's definitely made the game way slower for me, so I can just play faster.
Iowa State NFL prospect Joel Lanning with us here after hours on CBS Sports Radio. So how much fun was it to beat Oklahoma this year?
Yeah, it was a good time. I mean, it started out pretty rough. We were down really quick in that game, and we just kept battling, and it was a good time to get that win, and just pretty much for the seniors, it's a good way to go out.
there aren't a lot of coaches out there maybe that would have the creativity and the innovative idea that Matt Campbell had. And certainly there's, changing culture with Iowa State. What does that relationship and that support of your coach mean to you?
It's awesome. Coach Campbell's he's like a brother to me, or whatever you want to say. Another father. We have a really close relationship. I was in his office pretty much every day, just sitting there talking to him. Not even sometimes. A lot of times about football, but other than that, though, we're just sitting there talking about life, just having normal conversations, just hanging out. So it's awesome. He's a great guy, great coach, and he just gets our guys motivated and gets people to buy in, and everyone's just trusting him, and they just play as hard as they possibly can until the game's over.
So as you have these few days leading up to your pro day, and then you think about the draft and everything that unfolds after that, what do you feel like are the most important things that you want the NFL or whatever scouts, whatever team officials you might talk to, what do you want them to know about you?
Just really that, they're going to get the same person every single day that's going to come in and work hard and do whatever they can to help the team. In my situation, it's just kind of unique because I can help you on all three sides of the ball. And, special teams, offense, and defense. I've had success on all three sides, and hopefully teams realize that and see that. Like I said, I'm just going to come in and do anything I possibly can to help the team, get wins, because at the end of the day, that's what everyone wants to do, is win games. And, whatever my role is, I'm going to do the best I can at it. So
it would be kind of nice if you could get linebacker money as well as quarterback money, huh?
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Before I let you go, I actually just thought of this. After changing positions and everything you went to try to be ready to play linebacker, and as you talk about the captain of the defense as opposed to being, the quarterback on the other side, what did it mean to you to be named an All-American, to have that honor?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I didn't really think I was, playing at that type of a level, just going out there playing ball and, having fun with my teammates and stuff. And when our football media guy, Mike Green, he just came up to me or honestly, I don't know, he might have texted me once. He just said, hey, Football Writers has got you as like a first-team All-American, and, it was just pretty crazy to think about it, to be on a level, with all those big-time guys, like Saquon Barkley and Baker Mayfield and, some of those other big-time guys, on the defensive side. It's just crazy to be at a level like that.
Well, I think sacking Baker Mayfield gets instant attention.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So we look forward to not only seeing what happens with the draft, but beyond once you get the opportunity. And I hope that when you get to the NFL, you will join us again so we can kind of look back at that next step, Joel.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. And congratulations on a great college career.
No, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.